Welcome to another journey into the heart of Renaissance art. Today we're uncovering one of the most enigmatic paintings of the 16th century, The Ambassadors by Hans Holbein the Younger. On the surface, this 1533 masterpiece appears to be a straightforward double portrait of two wealthy men. But take a closer look, and you'll discover it's a painting brimming with secrets, contradictions, and hidden messages. By the end of this video, you'll not only appreciate Holbein's genius, but also understand how this work reflects the complexity of its time. So, let's step back in time and unravel the story behind the ambassadors. Let's begin with the subjects themselves. Standing on the left, dressed in a luxurious fur-lined coat, is Jean de Dinteville, a French diplomat. His pose exudes confidence, with one hand resting on his hip and the other on a dagger inscribed with his age, 29 years old. Beside him, in a dark robe, is Georges de Selve, a bishop and scholar, who was just 25 when this painting was completed. These two men weren't just wealthy elites. They represented the intellectual and political currents of the Renaissance. De Dinteville was stationed in England, navigating the tense relationship between Henry VIII and France. Meanwhile, de Selve was deeply involved in the Catholic Church during the turbulent years of the Protestant Reformation. But what brought these two men together? Scholars suggest that The Ambassadors was commissioned by de Dinteville, possibly as a tribute to their friendship. It's also a testament to the spirit of humanism, a celebration of intellect, diplomacy, and learning. However, the painting isn't just about these men. It's also a reflection of the world they lived in. Take a look at the objects on the table between them. This isn't just any table, it's a display of Renaissance knowledge. The upper shelf holds celestial tools like an astrolabe and a globe, symbolizing the heavens and humanity's attempt to understand the universe. On the lower shelf, you'll find terrestrial items, a lute, a hymn book, and mathematical instruments. These objects represent earthly pursuits like music, science, and religion. Together, the shelves encapsulate the Renaissance ideal of the Renaissance man, someone who seeks knowledge in all areas of life. But here's where it gets interesting. Many of these objects carry deeper meanings. The broken string on the lute, for instance, has been interpreted as a symbol of discord. Could it be a reference to the religious tensions of the time? The Protestant Reformation was in full swing, and England was on the brink of breaking away from the Catholic Church. The inclusion of a Lutheran hymn book reinforces this connection, hinting at the religious divide that was reshaping Europe. Now, let's talk about the most mysterious element of the painting, the anamorphic skull. At first glance, it's easy to miss. But if you stand to the side and look at the painting at an angle, the distorted shape at the bottom transforms into a perfectly rendered skull. This technique, known as anamorphosis, is a visual trick that distorts an image until it's viewed from a specific perspective. But why include a skull at all? In Renaissance art, skulls often served as memento mori, reminders of mortality. In the context of The Ambassadors, the skull's placement and distortion add a layer of complexity. It's as if Holbein is telling us that no matter how much wealth, knowledge, or power you possess, death is the great equalizer. The anamorphic nature of the skull also challenges us to change our perspective, a fitting metaphor for the intellectual and spiritual upheavals of the Renaissance. Another intriguing feature of The Ambassadors is the rich green curtain that serves as the backdrop. Its lush texture and vibrant color draw the eye, but its symbolism is less obvious. Some art historians believe the curtain represents the divide between the seen and the unseen, the material and the spiritual. It's a barrier that separates the physical world of the ambassadors and their objects from the metaphysical realm of the skull. In this way, the curtain adds another layer to the painting's meditation on life and death. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Holbein's The Ambassadors, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more journeys into the art world. And as always, let me know in the comments which painting you'd like to explore next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.